Sup, my peeps. This is J Road with License Plate Jacket Radio. Just chilling and for some reason playing with rope. It's like string, but more manlier. Yes, that is a Fairly Odd Parents reference. And for some reason it feels really good to just like stretch this across my back because it's just sore. I don't know. Well, anyways, today I was just trolling the internet, because I was bored. And I came across this ad on one of the videos, and I couldn't click away from it, so I just watched the whole freaking thing, because screw you, YouTube. And it was called, I think a book called Dorothy Must Die, and I'm like, well, maybe that little bitch gets what's coming to her. I'm sorry. She's like the biggest Mary Sue. And I love The Wizard of Oz, don't get me wrong, but just such a weird, like, annoying character. Oh, I've never wanted to, when you're a child, you love her. When you get older, you start to realize just how stupid and annoying she is. Now, otherwise. And there was, music videos on today, and I was just flipping through the channel, and there was the Boots Are Made for Walking video, and I've never actually watched that music video. I remember the song, it was really popular when I was younger. I was like, alright. And then, she acts so slutty, and I swear to Christ, there's a Willie Nelson in there, and he's just looking like, what am I doing here? I wonder if he's just high that whole time. Is he just like, what am I doing here? There's a hot chick slapping and punching dudes. Okay, I'm Willie Nelson. And then, I was thinking about it, and I really want to was thinking someone should make a parody called These Boots Are Made for Walking, and just have Christopher Walken modeling boots. Wouldn't that be the greatest thing ever? Just Christopher Walken, doing that, thug pose, but with cowboy boots. Just, Christopher Walken going like this, but, he's got his boots up and he's just, doing the whole pose. I don't know, I thought that would be the funniest thing. And then I was really thinking about it, and could you imagine if either Christopher Walken narrated Morgan Freeman's life, or Morgan Freeman narrated Christopher Walken's life? And then I was thinking about it, and how amazing would it be if Tim Curry and Morgan Freeman could conceive a child, and then that child was trained to sing by Tay Zonade? And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, that would be the most epic thing I could possibly conceive. That child would just be like, oh, our voice shall be so wonderful. Could you just conceive that for a moment? Tim Curry and Morgan Freeman have a love child. I don't know. I just feel like it would be the greatest thing of anything else. And my friend and I, probably about 2 weeks ago, we're hanging out, and we were watching a comedian, and I can't remember who it was, but he said something like sentences that, I think it was Bo Burnham, and he was like, sometimes I put sentences together just that I think no one will ever say. And that's when I started thinking of sentences that no one will ever say. And some of these, I just want to put them past you. These just might sound so outrageous out there. Sometimes when I close my eyes and begin to masturbate, reoccurring visions of Elf on a Shelf get stuck in my head. I like to sit in my own feces and urine while watching a platypus bang a chipmunk. Sometimes I put Aspercream on my genitals and think about Obama's last speech. And these are sentences I just thought, you'd never ever hear. Imagine and then I thought about it, and I wanted to make this a challenge. So next time you're in just a really strange situation where you don't know what to say, just say something balls to the walls crazy. And I swear I will do this. I will get get a freaking video of me just going up to either a random person and saying something like that. Like, I really just want to go up to someone and be like, hello, or, hello, have you accepted your Lord and Savior, Zeus, Lord of Olympus, into your heart? I just really want to do that to someone and be like, and then just, like, walk away. Like, just, I mean, there was this one time I was hanging with, some friends. It was after a burlesque show or something silly, and there's just this janitor dude, and I'm a janitor, or I was a janitor. I worked for a really crappy company, and I basically just slacked off a bunch, and whenever my boss came by, vacuuming, sweeping, or I just busted balls, got my stuff done, and then sat there waited for, and just watched as people made a mess of the whole, especially the people in the clay making room at the art building would just like come stomping out and dust everywhere. And I was like, oh, I get so annoyed. I've never gotten more annoyed in my life. Uh, and what was I talking about? Just uh, yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. Dude, that was such a being a janitor sucks. Just oh yeah, the janitor that I saw, I just shouted out to him. I'm like, hey you, yeah you, have a nice day. That is all. And then he just walked away. And I don't know whether or not he was confused or I never saw him again. And I apologize if like that upset him. And just to say, I did not mean it in any harsh way at all. I was just like, okay. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. At the time, it seemed pretty funny. Yeah. So, this has just been a funny chats with J Road. I hope you enjoyed this. Sentences you'd never hear. I hope you can imagine what it'd be like to hear. Just try and imagine in your head the sound of the love child of Christopher Walken or of Tim Curry and Morgan Freeman. I think Christopher Walken is like the only one dude who can just be intimidating without being intimidating. Like, part of me wants to. He's like a Tim Burton movie. Part of me wants to hug it and cuddle it, and part of me of it is just horrified. I mean, he doesn't even say anything like a normal. I think some of his best, like, some of his funniest stuff, especially the one where oh, what is it? Sleepy Hollow, where he doesn't even say anything. He's just that creepy. Just like Jeffrey Combs. Jeffrey Combs can be creepy and intimidating. I really wish I could pull that off. Like Jeffrey Combs, who plays Reanimator, Herbert West, who plays Herbert West, is possibly one of the creepiest movie stars I have ever seen to this day. And yet, there's nothing like he doesn't have a violent. He doesn't cut people up or hack. Well, he does decapitate a dude with a shovel, but like, he just on the screen. He's just. I can't even begin to explain it. Tim Curry can just be creepy on his own though. Tim Curry's voice is like what I imagine every Bond villain should sound like. Like, I don't know. He's pretty awesome. Yeah. I've never wanted to kill slash make love to anyone more than Tim Curry because of that voice. If that can make any sense. That sounds more like the plot to Shinobi than anything else. Some of these days, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Someone once asked me about this painting behind me, and I thought I should clarify. Yes, this is a painting of one of my ancestors, if you can't quite tell. We do have the very same, similar jawline. So yeah, just so you know, that is one of my forefathers, and just I don't know, we just kept it around. This thing is ancient though, like beyond ancient. I don't know how long it's been in the family, but it's been here for quite a while. Back when the days when we used to be moonshine runners from back in the day when my ancestors were moonshine runners. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, moonshine. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, or if that was just a fairy tale that my grandma told me, and I always thought that would be so cool if it was true. It probably was true. I mean, we did own a tavern at one time, and we did found part of this side of Green Bay. So, we were one of the original families, and we've been here ever since. My family's pretty much just, oh, yeah, pretty cool. Just, if you ever get bored, look up some of your family history. It's pretty cool. Like, it's interesting to find out what your family's done. Uh, I did not that recently found out that some of my family moved with Catherine the Great into Russia. So technically, my ancestors were Russian and German. So you know what that means? I can say, "Have a nice day." Though I'm not quite impressed with my Russian heritage right now, because Putin's an ass. I don't know. I think a lot of people were dumb. All right. This is J Road signing out. Hope you all have a good night, and license plate jacket keeping it real.